Welcome to Bush League Geek, where we like to talk about stupid shit, and you guys like to listen to it.
We like to talk about stuff.
You guys being our parents.
Pretty much.
You guys got parents?
Got that distant relative in the back. That funny.
It's not funny for Cliff. Anyways, all right. So, first show of 2016. The things we want to talk about today are going to be
Stupid stuff.
stupid shit.
Stuff.
We want to talk about a little bit about CES, the few things that we paid attention to. We want to talk about our favorite things of 2015 and some of the things we're looking forward to for 2016. TV shows, movies, games, whatever. And then we want to talk about the lotto. Because one of the best things about the lotto
Pipe dreaming
is spending the money that you don't have. For those of you that don't know, today is Sunday, January 10th. That is 10th.
That is correct.
Of 2016.
That was a question?
Yeah, it's a question. I have no idea what date it is.
I'm Ron Birkin.
I feel like when you leave high school, dates are irrelevant. You have no idea what date it is.
I don't have days. I have Monday, Tuesday,
Right.
Wednesday. What day is today? Wednesday.
I feel like when you get a real job, you look forward to the weekend so much that by the end of the year, you're like, where the hell did that year go? All I was I was only looking forward to Friday every week.
Lover boy has never been more prevalent. I'm working for the weekend.
Got that pizza drop.
But, so yeah, the lotto is up to $1 billion now. Give or take a couple 100,000. I mean, granted, if they're not at $1 billion yet, by the time the drawing comes out on Wednesday, it will be $1 billion because the lines were stupid Friday and Saturday.
Estimating that it's going to be 1.3.
Yeah, that's what
Easy, because so many people are going to buy tickets now.
The lines were so stupid for the last drawing. If you went out exit 1 to get to Ardmore,
It was backed up.
they were backed up on the ramp.
Yeah. It was backed
Not
up
just lines,
on the interstate. The interstate was stopped. And it wasn't because there was a turned over 18-wheeler.
It's
It was
because
because
people
there's a
buy lottery
lotto.
tickets.
The lottery. Yeah.
You can't get motherfuckers to vote.
You can give them go to
So
lottery.
if there's a snowball's chance in hell they can win $1 billion for spending $5.
Hey, I bet
You
if
better believe they will
There's
wait
a-
in line for 2 fucking hours.
292 million to 1 chance of winning the lotto.
You've got a better chance of being struck by lightning while getting raped by a polar bear in the Bahamas.
Or getting bitten by a shark on dry land.
Right.
What were you trying to say, Chris?
That I bet you if they were giving out some money while voting was going on, people would vote.
It'd have to be $100. People wouldn't go unless it was any less than
Yeah,
that.
the only thing they give out for voting is
Stickers.
Clip. A little pin clip, like, I voted.
You get a sticker.
jury duty. They give out jury duty for voting.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I've never voted.
Me neither. I mean, I totally am a registered voter.
What, is that against the law or something?
No.
No.
You don't have to
Okay, then I
register
don't
to vote.
fucking care.
But the only thing you have to do is sign
You're
the draft,
right.
sign the draft
To
sheet.
or not to.
Hopefully you did that.
Do what?
Sign the
Signed up
draft.
for the selective service when you turned 18.
I think I did.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Pretty sure they arrest you.
Yeah.
Is it relevant now? Because I can't even.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
not-
it's still
I can't. I'm
required.
too old.
I think I think you're eligible till you're like 38.
Fuck off.
almost out of eligibility.
Just because I got
Almost.
guns doesn't mean I want to kill people.
We're talking about guns, not your arms, right?
Yeah. No, I got like spaghetti noodles, man. I got the most misshapen torso of any human being.
So, CES.
CES was last week. What all did you guys pay attention to on CES?
Honestly, I did not pay much attention to it this week.
Everything
Somewhere
I
else.
heard was drones and automobiles. So I didn't pay much attention to it because I don't give a shit.
Only real takeaways I got from it is the rollable LCD panels.
The LG ones.
Oh, the LG.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool proof of concept anyway.
Someone's
I mean,
gonna have that up their butt in no time.
they can't make anything over 19 inches yet because of the cost.
I mean, you just know it. So it's gonna wind up some kind of weird Japanese porn movie.
But Intel made a drone that has collision avoidance.
Yeah.
Complete autonomous collision avoidance, which is pretty nice.
I'm pretty excited about all the different drone technology coming out. I'm actually about to. So I got like a
Skynet has become self-aware.
right.
Absolutely.
I got kind of a cheapy one, and I say it in no offense to the person that bought it.
If you are listening, if you're not, then
He's not.
fuck that guy.
It was a $200 drone, which is okay.
Damn, that's cheap to you?
He's like,
Have
it's a
you-
shitty drone.
I,
It's like
fucking-
$200.
I was stressed out at buying a $40 little piece of shit from Amazon. Like,
I even hesitate calling it a drone because it's just a quadcopter.
yeah, that's what I have.
So
Drones shoot shit.
I took it back. Right. I took it back. Got my credit for it, and there's this Traxxas Aton or Adon. It ends with an N, so I call it Aton because Adon sounds weird.
Because it sounds like Akon.
Right. It's sure. I was thinking Atom, but Akon sounds good.
Or you could just say a ton. It sounds like a total redneck.
Exactly.
I got this here Traxxas a ton.
Well, anyways, Traxxas is a well-known company that does RC cars, and they made this drone that's actually pretty freaking durable, and it goes up to 50 miles per hour straight line.
Oh,
so it's actually fun to use.
That's retarded.
Right.
Well, you know,
is your drone racing against another drone who's shooting at it?
I don't care.
Can you
Well,
dogfight them? Because if you could,
Yeah.
then that's relevant.
That's pretty badass.
Right.
But you know, you got to register them with the FCC now.
Yeah. You
That's
mean that?
like
F-
crazy.
If it's Cliff has no idea. If it's
F-
over half a
FCC?
pound,
So we're
I
broadcasting.
know the
Hey,
broadcast.
hey,
Yeah, well, I
broadcasting radio?
guess
If it's
that's what
over
it
a
says.
half of a
Yeah.
That was the
pound.
FAA.
yeah, it's FAA. If it's
No,
over
I
half
thought
a
they said
pound
FCC at
in
first time.
less than 50 pounds, you have to
Radio
register it.
frequencies.
Let's
man,
argue
I don't
about
know.
shit we don't know about.
If only we had the internet to find this stuff out for us on our
crap.
smart devices or laptops.
Maybe it is FAA.
Wasn't this
If
called
Fuck you
Bush
guys.
League Geek?
I think
It's called Bush League for a reason.
I think it's
Bush League
FAA
Tards.
because they've made a new class of aviation, and drones fall into half a pound to 50 pounds. Anything more than 50 pounds, you have to register as light aircraft.
Because it can carry a baby.
We'll find out.
Or a small dog or a bag of flour.
But no, the only other thing I
I
took
think
away
because people are strapping guns to them.
I mean, I totally would.
Yeah.
the only other thing I took away from CES was probably the most the most awesome announcement in the last 12 months from Technics. They're bringing back their turntables.
'Cause
That's
DJs care.
Okay,
That's
I have a serious question. I don't want anybody to judge me. What's a turntable?
a record player.
What's a record?
Now I know.
It's those
Yeah,
things
now
that-
I know. Now he's trying to like cover
You
it
know
up.
things we used to fling at each other when I was a kid? My grandparents used to get pissed off at us about?
Yeah,
And you do
right.
realize you can go down and buy new vinyl, right?
You could probably find something
Yeah.
on vinyl
I
before
went
you
to
can find
Barnes
it
and
on
It's
Noble
CD
and they
actually-
now.
had the
yeah,
new
man.
Weekend album on
Vinyl's
vinyl.
actually pretty cool.
New
Yeah.
Weekend.
Okay, Weekend, that
No,
guy
the
lost a
Weekend.
bet. That's why his hair is that way. Vinyl is...
Yeah, his hair is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, vinyl's.
They sell it at Barnes & Noble, where I thought they only sold books, but apparently they sell books and CDs and DVDs and
Toys and
toys.
which I have to go to Barnes and
No
Noble.
back issues of comic books,
Thank
though.
you for
Got a
telling me
weird
that.
fucking
Honey,
look
look
from
to
that
see if
girl.
they have it back in stock.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Why don't they have back issues at places like Barnes and Noble?
If you
Because
sell
it's a
comic
bookstore.
books, you should sell back issues.
Yeah.
I am not what you would call a punctual person, and I can't get there the day it releases to get this issue of Justice League. God damn it!
Wednesday.
You're so
Well,
angry.
I just need this.
I didn't
Phoenix
even know
I've been
comic
looking for this
books came
one
out on
cover
Wednesday.
for like
the
2 weeks.
lightsaber,
It's
that's
pissed me
all I
off.
need.
You probably already have 2 other covers of it, don't you?
Oh yeah, so according to the article I just read,
Ridiculous.
yeah, it is. You do have to register your drone with the
Really?
FAA if you've purchased it after December the 21st.
And
And
if you
I
do
guess
it-
people who have them have until February.
Yeah, if you get it free until February,
Which
Free
is
until
why I'm
February,
trying to
yes.
get this
and then
Traxxas
it's
one by next
$5
week.
after that. $5
So
a year.
what happens if you don't register? Do like ATF agents kick in your door and flashbang
Yeah,
your
like
baby in
what?
its crib?
I don't know if that's really been
Like
clarified.
you're
do you
saying,
have
it's
against
free.
babies?
So like, how
They're
much are
loud
they
and
going
they're
to charge
annoying.
after
They're little
February?
drones.
$5.
They piss and shit
Oh, it's only
everywhere.
$5.
It's
Okay.
$5
No.
a year. You have to put
$5 a year?
You have to put a sticker on the device.
It's like a dog. Can you
I mean,
just
it's
pay
only
30
$5,
Can you pay
but still, I have to pay like
$35?
a yearly thing just to
Yeah,
own
can you
it?
just pay
Like,
$35
Could
and
you
be
just
your
not do it,
lifetime
and
fee?
then who's gonna fucking know?
I don't.
The amount of
I don't
literally
think it's an issue.
It's
until
not like
something
they're
happens.
going to detect it.
the
like,
amount
on
of these
the
things
radar.
that are probably being churned out that people are buying them like fucking hotcakes because it's like the hot new toy cool thing. Are they really going to track all these people's purchases for all these drones? And if you don't put that $5 fucking stamp on your toy, you're going to have some fucking G-man in a black suit going, we're here to confiscate your quadcopter.
Well, I got the impression they're trying to differentiate between the toys and the actual drones.
Well, the drones have guns on
Whoa.
them, right?
No.
You can. I saw a guy mounted a Glock to one of his.
Yeah, actually, I have seen that video where they did that. That's crazy.
But that little quadcopter you spent $40
But my thing-
on Amazon for is a toy.
No shit.
The DJI ones that are $1,300 plus are
No, I've
drones.
seen
But
the ones
see-
that can like take off and it'll go X number of feet, and if it gets to the threshold of I don't remember the
It's
exact
like-
term with it, but if
it's
it's
not that
half
high.
power, enough for the return.
It'll come back.
It'll stop and come back and land right where it started.
I mean,
That's kind of cool.
Now-
This is for the devices that have actual intelligence built into them.
But
not-
see, my thing is
You
like,
call my
are you gonna
quadcopter
have
stupid,
to?
Santa?
It's
Absolutely.
stupid.
But my
It
thing
Hey,
is like, do you have to register
probably.
it when
My
you purchase
quadcopter
it,
is
though?
stupid too.
Because I
every
mean,
time
like,
try
what
to
if I
fly
pay
it-
cash? Like, how the hell are they gonna know that I even own the damn thing? Unless they're requiring you to register it, like when you purchase it.
I
like,
saw
if you get one
something
like
to
at
that
Best
effect.
Buy or something, like,
I saw
It's-
something
they
to
say,
that
hey, you have
effect
to
that they
sign
want to
this
set up
shit?
a system to where the $5 is built into the price.
It may be the same thing as like when you buy a dog. Like, I didn't even think about having to register my dog until I got something in the mail. I was like, how the fuck did they know I have a dog?
Your vet.
Apparently, when I took her to the vet.
Yeah.
Google Earth.
We see your dog.
They see everything.
they see everything.
I think they just want to do it more for accountability in case something does happen.
Yeah, like if you're
If
running
you
drugs
stray your
with it
drone
and they
into-
catch it, and then
Into
they
what,
can
a
be
tree?
like, oh, this
An
is
airport?
registered.
If I injure a sequoia somewhere,
I
We
mean,
don't have sequoias.
I don't know.
I know,
It
that's
doesn't
the
make any
point.
sense, man. Because it's like for anything that people are going to use it for, like if you're going to use it for drugs or some stupid shit like that, it's not like people aren't going to fucking.
well,
wipe
you
the
know,
damn
there's obviously
registration.
people going to use it for like malicious reasons. Like pervs are going to be like, "Oh, my neighbor's daughter sunbathes every day."
Yeah, but it's
And I
like
got that bitch hyping you
Yeah.
with the GoPro on it.
I mean,
like,
hell, but you go in, get rid of the serial number. I mean, like, what the fuck are they gonna do? Like, I don't understand.
They're gonna
this
kick
whole
in your
thing.
door,
Like,
We've officially thought about this entirely.
they're going to kick in your
We
door
have.
at
I
3
think-
o'clock in the morning. Flashlights, flashbangs. Stop resisting! You're going to get a baton up your ass in no time.
What else we got on there?
Speaking of baton, the internet has gone nuts over
Traitor.
Yeah.
He's like the official star of the
Yeah,
Star
did
Wars
you see
movie.
that
Three
they
has
actually
had
gave
pop
him like
figure
an
now.
official backstory now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he always had a
Nines.
backstory.
And that he actually might return.
Yeah, Nines.
He actually might
He's
return.
dead.
He got hit with Chewbacca's like
Yeah, he might
crossbow
come back from
blaster
that.
rifle
Kylo
thing.
Bazooka
Ren.
thing.
Yeah.
His name's not Kylo Ren, man. He's not gonna make it.
It's Ben Solo.
Yeah.
He has been so low.
I think for me, for
For
CES,
how long though?
was
Oh, forever.
the roll-up TV. I thought it was ridiculous, but I kind of want some because I'm a big music person. But those $50,000 headphones, the what is it, Sennheiser? Is that the company?
Well, at least it's
Yeah.
a good company. But damn, $50,000.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
What
about
do they
something
do for $50,000?
They better
They better
give me the
sound
most
really
outstanding
damn
Yeah, the guy from IGN.
I
that
better
when you-
orgasm.
I mean,
Right.
When you-
When you see the guy on IGN talking about it, he's like, I can't wear any other headphones now because they're just ruined.
I mean, I've.
And I guarantee you, he won't buy those, and
He
B,
probably owns a pair of
he'll-
fucking Iowas or some
Right.
shit.
So wait, my
Yeah.
question is, yeah. So Chris, like, if you won this
The
lottery,
company
would
that
you
doesn't
buy
exist
those
anymore.
50,000
Yeah, I give them
headphones?
money, why not?
Why? Just cause?
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
I mean, I've
For-
used like $1,000 Harman headphones, and they sound pretty damn good. I don't know how you get much better than that.
You know what I would
apparently you can get $49,000 better than that.
I
You
know.
know-
but
You know what I would do
It-
that 50
it
grand?
has an amplifier
Go
and
to
stuff.
shows.
It comes in like
Go
a,
see the artist.
it comes like a big old case like this, and you got
So
the
you're paying for
headphones,
packaging?
amplifier. Well, no, I mean, because
A butt plug.
I don't know, it has a
Phantom
bunch of
power.
knobs and stuff that you can customize.
Oh,
headphones.
speaking of something that
It's Phantom
apparently
power.
you're not paying for a lot of packaging, but it does come in a pretty package. The new Oculus Rift finally came out with a price
and
It's
has launch
retarded.
games.
It's that price is too much.
of
How much is-
$600.
600.
So you know how the dev kits were about $350. Everybody was expecting the final product to come out about
But wait,
that
who
much.
bought the Oculus Rift and then got a hold of it? Was it
Facebook.
Samsung?
No, Facebook.
No, Facebook.
Facebook.
Facebook
owns
got it?
Facebook owns it.
Really?
Samsung's doing their own.
You got Zuckerberg.
You just wanted to say that.
I did.
You said it before we started recording,
I
and you were
did.
like, "I'm throwing that in."
I feel like it didn't get the attention it deserved the first go around.
Well, now it's recorded for price.
So now I have to say it
That
again
just-
on mic.
I'm just thinking about like what Facebook would do with that in the future. Like,
I don't know.
you know what I mean? Like interactive Facebook.
I'm just
like,
upset about the price because that's going to set the bar for the Samsung VR, the HTC VR, the Sony VR.
The Sony Morpheus. Yeah.
Everyone's going to be $600 now, and that's ridiculous.
And they might even just come out with 500. Be like, it's cheaper than the Oculus. That's too fucking
when these
expensive.
things should have been $250 to $300.
Mostly because you have to have a damn $1,500 computer to run it.
I mean,
And that's where they get you.
well, in Sony's,
They're not benefiting from that.
Oh.
well, Oculus is because they're making a bundle with a laptop.
That's where they get you!
It's $2,000. $2,000 is coming with a Dell laptop and the Oculus Rift.
I saw the launch games that they're coming out with. You got like a little 3D platformer that kind of has a Crash Bandicoot type of feel.
I'm glad you made sure to tell us that it was 3D because 2D would be amazing in an Oculus Rift.
Well, I mean,
Would it be like if you had like
Look at this! I'm submerged into this awesome 2D game.
I put this $600 headset on to play Paper Mario.
Though I did read there was
I'm sorry.
Get off his back.
Well, I'm saying it's not a first-person game. Like a lot of the games isn't first-person like everybody thinks that they're gonna be.
I did see a news article where a lady used the Oculus Rift, and she said it was so amazing and so awesome, it made her vomit.
I thought you were gonna say it made her a sandwich.
That's actually.
Nah,
You know what's funny?
That
the whole
kitchen
vomit,
simulator was so
She
real.
lost it. That's
she may have
how-
had
the
a
vomit
seizure.
thing.
That's
Right, I
probably
wonder if that was because of the game or because of the experience. Because you know that's why VR didn't succeed 20 years ago. It made people sick.
It was straight motion sickness.
So I wonder
She
if
was doing a hang glider simulation,
so
and
awesome. I puked.
Oh my god, this is a
amazing.
bleh.
Oh, was she acting like that was a positive?
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm like, because that doesn't really
The way
sound that awesome.
she,
Sorry about your stuff.
Like, was that a media twist?
I crab cakes.
No, the way she wrote her article about it
Selfish.
is it was a positive thing. It's just not something she's ever going to do again.
I would imagine not.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna
It's
puke
the
at
same
least
reason.
one more time
It's the
before she
same reason I
dies.
don't drink Goldschlager
Oh God,
Because you're not 20.
because I'm not 20 and it made me throw up.
yeah, it makes you do things that you don't want to do.
Or people. That you don't
No,
wanna
I didn't
do.
get drunk. I just got sick.
But that's really all that I saw at CES. I mean, there was some automotive stuff, but none of it was really a standout. Volkswagen has a new van that'll do what was it?
I think there's a new-
1,000 miles.
I
for
think there's a
charge?
new phone company
Hey, bro.
I'm just
that I saw
He's
that
good.
was actually a really good looking phone developer, but it was cheap too.
I bought a new phone.
To my
that
blue,
was cheap. Was it Blue? BLU?
What is
I
that?
don't know.
because he just bought that,
What's this
which
new
is a full-fledged
technology?
Android phone for $100.
Yeah, they've been out for a couple years now. Blue has.
Yeah.
They just don't advertise, so they don't have to put in all that extra money for
They
it.
don't have that 7-figure advertising budget. It's a pretty nice device.
Yeah, it's like on par with like a mid-range like Samsung or any other kind of Android
Yeah,
device.
I did some bench testing on it. Performance-wise, Galaxy S5.
Yeah.
And it's pretty nice.
$100.
$100 bucks.
Yeah, and the reason why they're so cheap is because literally
And that's
because
like straight
they don't
out
have to like go through anybody
Yeah,
else. They make all of their own
That's
shit.
it. The blue Vivo 5X is one new phone that'll help set the trend of cheap but good phones.
Well, and that's a big thing because this year
And we should
is,
discuss this.
yeah,
As
this
we-
year is going to be the year that we really feel the price of phones because contracts are going away.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Matt and I
everybody's got
talked
that
about
one.
this last weekend. Should have had a mic going. This year's going to change North America with phones. Period.
Yep. I can't help but
So
wonder.
really like Europe and all that.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't help but wonder what the focus is going to turn to with everything needing to be an unlocked SIM card phone, and then they're having companies like Sprint that still don't use SIM cards.
What's
Verizon technically
They,
doesn't use
World
SIM
phones,
cards.
yeah.
They kind of do, but
They-
Yeah.
that's not their focus.
What's going to happen when the world finds out their iPhone costs $800 new in the box?
And that's really only because of the advertising.
I can't wait.
That's 'cause of the
until
commercials.
causes that.
The gentleman who owns
It's-
Blue actually said that Foxconn told him it costs Apple $147 to produce an iPhone 6s.
Yeah.
That's
From-
their cost.
From a guy who worked at a cell phone store who sold cell phones, people are completely and totally oblivious
Oblivious.
to what that new in the box smartphone costs. It's like, well, it says $200 on the sticker price. Yeah, with a 2-year contract.
The 2-year contract's going to go away.
You're also paying for the. It's lumped into that sum. It's a trumped up fee that you're paying for. You're paying an extra $40 to $50 a month on that contract to pay for that smart device because that smart device, if you get the cheapy ones with no features, like the basement low end iPhone, the 16 gig, it's still like $700 fucking dollars.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. That's what I don't get about Apple, man. Like, it's way too much.
BlackBerry is getting rid of the BlackBerry software, and it's going to be all
Yeah,
Android.
their new phones. Android.
BlackBerry's still around.
Yes, because BlackBerry is a patent holding company that just happens to make phones.
Yeah, and the government still buys phones from them. So
Sweet Jesus.
They're a $1 billion a year company, and they don't have to sell a single device.
I can tell you firsthand that the reason the government sticks with them is because it's the only way to get mail from the way the government uses their mail systems. It's the only way to get mail for free. If you go with an Android device or an iPhone, you actually have to pay the governing bodies that control military mail, you actually have to pay them larger monthly fees per phone.
Mhm.
BlackBerry's the only one that's free to use monthly,
BlackBerry
other than
server.
your normal like Verizon service or
Yeah,
whatever
but
else.
Blackberries are such turds.
They really are.
But
I used
there's
to love-
software.
I used to love.
They used to be
BlackBerry back in the day,
huge.
though.
The reason they're so good, the reason the government started using them in the first place is their encryption software on the fly. No one can
Yeah.
decrypt a BlackBerry email message in the air because they can't even do it.
And another thing is you've got to think about the age of the people that run the government, and I would say 9 out of 10 of them
Don't know how to use a BlackBerry?
still want a physical keyboard.
Oh.
Yeah, didn't think that was coming, did you?
No.
And then
That's the thing.
also, Google and Lenovo will team up to build a phone that can navigate you indoors as well as outside.
Well, that just requires indoor antennas.
So what you're saying is technology is going to systematically make people more stupid.
Right.
So I don't
Isn't
know.
that how it
Yeah,
works?
I mean,
I don't
I'm
know.
trying
I
to
would
figure out
say
why you would
people
need
to
that.
steal.
Like,
to find the
so it's like I
cereal,
can download blueprints to a building.
to find the cereal
Or something.
in Walmart.
I'm gonna figure out the blueprint.
It's probably, and this is going to sound supremely sexist and misogynist, I don't give a fuck. It's probably geared more towards women because I know for a fact that if something is not within my girlfriend's direct line of sight, it doesn't exist.
You know what's really hard to find? Chocolate syrup.
Yeah.
It's never in the same place.
No, a couple grocery stores have actually.
What the hell is wrong with you?
A couple grocery stores have actually started.
Isn't it always on
Trying
your
that
bedside
stuff.
table anyway?
Whole
You
Foods,
freak?
one of the Whole Foods in Virginia has a system where it simulates cell phone towers, and it will direct you. You find it on their website, and will direct you right to the aisle and spot on the shelf it is.
Can it just say aisle 4?
That's not enough.
Can't
for
you just
some
do this
people.
thing where we're like, hey, excuse me, employee, where the hell are your Frosted Flakes?
Well, that means the
Aisle 3.
employee knows where it is.
Right.
Which
Maybe, just maybe.
That would imply...
Think for yourself.
People don't want to be social.
Try to figure it out for yourself.
Cliff.
And
That's,
once you've exhausted all resources, at that point,
It
then
just
you ask
seems-
another human being.
remember
Yeah,
that.
because it
I
just seems
have a
like too
scenario
much
for you.
work,
I have a
man, to
scenario
go
for you.
through your phone and all this stuff. Just
You
to
remember
find
that
it,
level
like-
of work
I'm
ethic
gonna
we
say
had
it's
at
think
Best
about all
Buy?
the robberies that's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
It's not there anymore.
We were the hardest
where's
working
the-
bunch of slackers in the
where's the
world.
safe-
World, we
Legal
were.
Here's the scenario for
We
you.
were.
Okay, so a new product's coming out today.
Okay.
They have it on their website.
Uh-huh.
Available for in-store pickup, right?
Uh-huh.
We're not going to name the place. We're not going to name the product.
Is it Schmishmai?
It's Schmishmai.
It's
And it's Star Wars related.
It's Star Wars related. It's a product that comes out, say today, for
Uh-huh.
example. I have ordered it on the website
Is
and
it an-
set it for in-store pickup.
Is it a fucking BB-8?
Oh man,
I wish.
It's over here.
You
somewhere.
already got like 150
I think I have
of those damn
everything
things.
BB-8 related. Thank you, Christmas.
Except for a tattoo.
I am not getting a freaking tattoo.
Says the
Shot
vagina.
up the dead.
Do you have a tattoo?
No, because I'm terrified of needles. Because when I see a needle, I turn into a 4-year-old girl.
You just called me a what?
A giant vagina.
And he's a 4-year-old girl, so we're all on the
Totally
same
different.
page. Moving on.
All right. I was moving stuff to make room for Star Wars things. Anyways,
every time.
so you set this thing for in-store pickup. From experience with other stores and possibly working at this store, you know for a fact that in-store pickup should only take, at most,
30 minutes.
2 or 3 hours.
2 or 3
I'm
hours
giving them at most.
Okay.
2 or 3
3
hours.
to do. Are you on your crawling through the store on your hands and knees?
Remember that
I'm giving them the
expectation when
benefit
we
of the
were
doubt
there,
here.
not there anymore.
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt here. 2 or 3 hours.
Who's-
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a 1-hour turnaround. Less.
Shit, it should be
even.
30 minutes when
It
we were
should
there.
Right.
be. In
The
my,
entire-
Corporate was calling within 15 minutes if somebody hadn't picked it.
Have
Right.
you not pulled it yet? Why is this order not closed?
Yeah, they were
It's-
wanting
it's
to know
been
what the
15
hell
minutes.
was going on.
See, most of the time I do in-call pickup. By the time I'm like, just by the time I get to my car.
Right.
Oh, by the way, your order's ready for pickup.
And this
You
was
should
a
be able to
pre-order.
order it. You should be able to order. No, it wasn't a pre-order.
Oh, wasn't pre-order?
You should be able to order it, them find it, and them have it standing there for you when you walk in the door. You've already paid for the damn thing.
Isn't that somebody's sole purpose?
That is someone's sole purpose.
Like
at that
all they
point.
have to do all day long is like an order comes
Go
on
find
it back, and you run and grab it, and then come back like I got a coach.
So this
Come in,
theoretical,
gang.
this theoretical store with this theoretical product that came out today.
Schmishmai.
Right. So I order this thing at 8 o'clock in the morning, right? Thinking, I'll go pick it up on lunch. No big deal. I go at lunch. They don't have it. By the way, I did do the footwork. I went to the floor first. I didn't even go to the in-store pickup because there was a line. I was like, screw this. I bet they're not going to have it anyways. So I went to the floor where the product's supposed to be. It's not there. I walked around what they call the racetrack, which is the tile part around everything.
And how would you know that?
I just know that.
Yeah, really, why would we know that?
So anyways, I walked the racetrack to make sure there wasn't a display of them somewhere. There wasn't. There was none anywhere on display anywhere. I did the footwork, so I went to go pick it up. Oh, we don't have it yet. Okay.
Well, why not?
I'm not going to sit around and wait for you guys to find it. I'll check back after work. Got off at 4 o'clock that day. Came back. Oh, we still haven't found it.
So you okay? Now hang on. Just make sure I'm keeping pace. You ordered it at 8 a.m.
Yep.
Went there on lunch. We'll say noon. That's 4 hours.
Yep.
Walked around for maybe 15, 20 minutes. Very frustrated and angry.
Yep.
Left. Came back after work. We'll say 4:35ish.
Yep.
So we've got around 9 hours.
To find a single item.
To find a single item in an electronic big box store
that he's paid for.
And item I'm already paid for. Yeah, that's what's really
one
annoying.
person in this location. That's their sole job. Like they don't have to do this and say like ring people out or that and like scrub toilets or that.
They might have to help the
shake
occasional
babies.
customer while they're out on the floor.
So
that'd be about it.
the person that is, I will call it quote unquote assisting me because I don't know what it really was.
A nuisance.
They said, "Oh, you did an online pickup and you're supposed to pick it up today? Well, sometimes that doesn't happen." I went,
What?
What? I said, no.
So
What?
when
I
you
said,
say
you're
why would
telling
you
me
say
that I should
Like,
expect this like tomorrow? Because that's called shipping.
Yeah.
That means I should have sent this to ship to my house.
you probably would have got it faster.
All right. So, anyways,
Order on
I said,
Amazon.
tell you what, check RSS. And she looked at me like, why do you know what RSS is? I said, don't worry about it. Check RSS.
You can't find an RSS. You better check OSS.
I said, how many is RSS shows? She's like, it shows we have some. I said, more than 10? She said, yes, more than 10.
Then you have.
I
some.
said, then you have it. Somebody hasn't bothered looking for it. Somebody needs to get it. I got in that building at 4 o'clock. I didn't leave till 5 when they finally found it. And it wasn't hidden somewhere. It was a product that released that day. Let's just go ahead and throw out that it was a LucasArts product.
Which means it had on the packaging.
Do not sell till this day.
Do not sell till this day.
And
Period.
oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure they'd be pissed off if their product wasn't on the floor
Oh, absolutely.
on release day.
Fines.
On the day the movie released. This happened to be the Friday the movie released. So that's kind of a big deal, which means if you had them on the floor, you would have sold every freaking one of them.
Yeah.
So it took them an hour to find this thing. I didn't spend 9 hours waiting on it, but they took 9 hours to find something within an hour of me being there. And then I just left pissed off. And I was like, I could have just gone anywhere else and got this, but I get a discount here because I'm part of this gamers club. And why am I locked into this? Anyways, why did we start talking about that?
Because we love to see you wound up.
That's my rant for the day.
It's like
there you go.
It's like shaking a chihuahua.
But they shake anyways.
Yeah, I know. That's why they shake. Because they're always wound up.
Hey.
You want to know what a secret? He's always wound up.
I'm always angry.
That's my secret cat.
So anyways, so that's my first rant of 2016.
So you're saying maybe don't shop at this local big box electronics chain?
I'm basically saying there's a reason Amazon is
Maybe
winning.
they're synonymous with a good purchase.
What's
You
horrible?
might say they
Sir,
have.
would you like to do a survey?
You
on
might
your
say they
customer
have a
service?
great price.
A great price or a
Is
good
it
purchase?
a good
Is it
purchase?
good? Is
Cliff and Matt, you know what's horrible about that? Between the three of us, we probably worked, 30 years in that place?
I did 10 in that joint and then I got paroled.
I did 12. Did I do 12?
I did
14? I
8.
did 14.
You did 14.
I did 14.
I
You
did-
did 14.
You were there a year after and 2 years after me.
And then
a year
8.
before and 2 years after me.
Yeah.
I did 8, and none of us want to go back in there anymore.
With my 2 years.
I don't even want to shop there anymore.
I don't even want to drive past it.
I don't even want to use their website.
I don't want to put on pants.
I'm not wearing shoes.
We're all
But-
naked in this podcast, by the way.
But at what point
Sword fight.
does
Whoa,
someone
whoa.
at what point does somewhere where you worked at, how bad do they have to be where someone you worked at for so long?
And I know for a
don't
fact
wanna go
I
there
was
anymore.
not I was not a
That's
shining
the bad.
employee by any measure of anything. I was more like the Lazarus Man, like can't be killed, can't be fired.
We had no idea why you still had a job.
You know what? In retrospect, I have no idea why I still have a job.
I really think my last year there, I don't think I could have been fired either.
I feel like they have a plaque for you somewhere
That I just never received.
at corporate. Yeah.
Like the Neo Award for dodging so many bullets.
Because when I came back from the project team, I don't think I could have been fired after that. When I came back from that.
Well, I think the biggest reason why the majority of us, the ones that had seniority in there that weren't going to be fucked with, is because A, when we were asked to do something, we just did it.
That's true.
And B, we had so much fucking dirt on all the managers, they wouldn't dare fuck with us.
Well, see, that's the thing. You mentioned earlier, we goofed off and we were slackers, but if we needed something done,
Well, yeah, you were the dirt under.
if a customer needed
On
something,
top of, or
we took
can.
care of it. Plain and simple. We did our jobs. We goofed off, but we did our jobs.
Yeah, you goofed off after you did your job.
Customer came in, needed something, we took care of it, and then we went and goofed off some more.
Right. We set fire to shit in the
Shut your mouth.
What?
So speaking of Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Best,
Moving along.
So, best experience of 2015.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Anybody have anything other than Star Wars?
I
to
forgot
say?
everything after I watched Star Wars.
Don't.
If I had like a top 10 list,
Star
I felt
Wars.
it was Star Wars, and I forgot about everything else. But then I watched The Martian again, and I really liked that.
Yeah, the Martian was
Still
good.
haven't seen it.
Martian's a man.
But Star Wars.
The
Well, of course he's
Martian
a
is a
man.
man.
If he were a Martian, that'd just be like blatant advertising.
John Johns.
John Jones.
That's the
John
Martian
Jones.
Manhunter.
It's still
Oh,
Martian.
so have any of you been off on a tangent? Any of you guys been watching Supergirl?
No.
So you know.
I know about that part,
Yeah,
but
John
I've only
Jones
seen
is
up to
actually Hank Henshaw.
yeah, I've only watched up to episode
Yeah,
6.
I was like, really?
So you just ruined it for me.
When did Cody grow
No, I'm
uterus?
just kidding. I knew it.
Spoilers.
Spoilers!
Where's the spoiler for that?
That's
you dick?
twice in 2 days
Oh, wait, I
that you
did say
spoiled after.
Hey, it's not my fault.
Oh, that's true. Anybody
Quentin
that
has not
hasn't
seen that movie.
anybody that hasn't seen Star Wars by now,
Don't talk to us.
you don't get to experience it.
And I even said,
Okay,
hey,
honest
don't
to God,
look at
like,
that because you can't
There's
see
like
it good.
there's like a general like nerd rule, like you don't talk about Star Wars for at least 2 weeks after Star Wars came out.
and we didn't.
Oh,
We're
didn't.
into
We
week
didn't.
we're into week 2 of January, the new year. If you haven't seen Star Wars by
Too
now,
bad.
then clearly you've been living in your cave where you don't have internet because
Yes,
that's
Quentin,
the only
we are
fucking
talking
way
about you.
that you would not have known that what happened in Star Wars happened in Star Wars. I'm not gonna say anything just because.
Well, we did our podcast that night, but we didn't release it till Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Because we felt an obligation not to ruin it for anybody.
because
not that
people
anybody listens.
have to experience that movie. I even experienced the second time almost the same as I did the first time. It's still just a shock.
all right, now
I've seen it
what was
before.
your takeaway on the movie? Just because I kind of playing catch up here with you guys, like what did it feel like to you watching it? Like watching the movie, what were you experiencing?
It felt like a sense of accomplishment, even though I didn't do shit.
Don't piss
no,
off a
man.
Wookiee.
It felt
It felt amazing because I went to go see it with my father, and since he got me into it, it felt good. Because me and him don't really have that much to bond over.
Do you
that much
normally
nerdy
call him
stuff.
father, or is that strictly because it's Star
I call my
Wars?
parents mother and father.
I'm your
So-
father.
He is your father.
So we watched it together, and pretty much the whole time we're sitting like,
That's true.
elbowing each other like,
I did take
but
my
it's
mom.
all solo.
I took my mom to go see it the first time, and she was just ecstatic because I remember she was pissed off at me for something like at the month before. Because I never call my parents, so of course she's like, "You don't ever talk to me."
At least not any polite things.
My takeaway, like overall, yes, the thing that comes to mind when I think about the Star Wars movie is don't piss off a Wookiee.
Right.
Because you piss off a Wookiee, you're fucked up. But it was a feeling of we're back. Like these were if the prequels had been like this. I mean, it's like this is what happens when George Lucas isn't allowed to say anything.
I feel like we would have like 10 more movies by now if the prequels had been this good.
I feel like we're gonna have 10 more movies in the
No,
next 7 years.
I disagree
Yeah.
with that statement
Six.
because as long as George Lucas was in charge of that bus, there weren't going to be very many stops.
See,
That's because it didn't do well.
It doesn't have. to
I
do
literally
that.
had a friend who flew halfway around the world to go see the movie with his brothers on opening day. I have a friend who
That's
lives here in the States, and all of his family's still back in Ireland. And he bought a plane ticket and he bought hoodies for all the boys, 4 hoodies that just simply said Star Wars in white on black hoodies, like Cody's wearing. And he took them over to Ireland, and they went to go see the movie there. He came back here stateside, saw it the day after he got back home from Ireland with his wife and his daughter. And we went to go see it again last week with all of his, like, his friends.
Didn't it release early in Ireland?
Yes. He put on Facebook, he's like, going in to see Star Wars now, we'll be posting updates play by play. And all their comments were of the gist of, then you better stay your ass on that island.
Well, and like, talking about seeing it with family, Sunday, after it released, I went and saw it with the family. And it was 3 generations. And what movies can grandparents, kids, I mean, everybody go to and want to go see it?
Yeah.
That's amazing. And it's Star Wars is about the only thing you can come up with. Nothing.
Yeah.
It felt like the loving embrace of a friend whom you were almost certain that you'd never see again.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was...
Yeah. Have you seen that meme?
I posted it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, if Tron could ever make another film in the next 10 years, then you could probably do 3 generations with that.
The last Tron
Is it Tron?
movie was...
Tron was 1982, and then
Yeah, but-
this last one.
I couldn't get my parents to
Did
go
you just
see
try to
Tron
piggyback
Legacy.
Tron
Look,
on the end
man.
of Star
No,
Wars?
I just want them to come out with new Tron.
It's not. Yeah.
I get
I
it.
understand where you're coming from.
It was a
but it's
game
not
changer
the
first
same-
time, you know,
Yeah, it's not
3D
the
and all that
same
stuff.
type of
But
thing.
Why did everybody hate Tron Legacy?
I
I
liked
don't know.
it. I
I liked
loved
it.
it.
I liked it a lot.
I listened
It
to
was
that
alright.
Daft Punk soundtrack for like
Oh yeah,
3
that's my
months.
jam.
oh yeah,
Straight.
yeah, I had that
dope, dude.
soundtrack in for like that's the only thing I had in for
That's like
forever.
one of the coolest things they did. with
That's
that
why I
movie.
get
Was
hype
make
music
Daft
for work
Punk-
every
yeah.
morning.
Hell yeah.
Going to see that movie on...
Preview.
Going to see that movie on opening night, the only movie I remember seeing in the theater was a Jedi. Because I would have been, 5 or 6? I felt like a little kid again.
Yeah,
It was like,
I almost broke my girlfriend's hand because I was squeezing the shit out of it
oh my god.
throughout 3 parts of the movie, and she's like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "What's wrong with you?
Yeah, what do you
Why don't
want
you have
from
the
me?
same emotional
There-
reaction
there's
that
a-
I am? You're
I mean,
dead inside."
When you're literally laughing out loud and tearing up and going, no, no,
Yeah.
no, at a movie, I mean, when you can hit all those and walk out just happy as fuck and like, I'm seeing that again.
Yeah,
All right, what's the
it's been
count?
a
What's the
long
count? What's
time.
the count? How many times have you seen
Well,
it?
I've only got
at
two.
2.
We got
I'm only
two.
at 2.
We
but
got two.
I'm
We got
gonna
three.
see it at least like 2
4.
more times.
I'm not going to see it again in the theater. I've seen it 3 times. I'm not gonna
I'll see it again in the
I'll see it
theater.
again.
Well, see, I still
I spent
haven't seen it.
$60 in the Winter Soldier before the bitch ever came to
If,
DVD.
well,
If
see, my
you-
thing is, I need to see it at the Space and Rocket Center.
No, you
once,
don't.
Just,
No, I've actually been-
just because.
I've been told by a lot of people not to bother.
I heard this. Oh, really?
Because
Well, I at least have to watch it.
because the way it domes around,
Yeah.
you just it's a
Well, the
lot
2
of-
times I did see it were at IMAX, so I at least have to watch it in Monaco just so I can use my glasses.
Go to the
Yeah,
go to
I've
the new
done that.
place over there at the Madison Square Mall.
Yeah.
We
my,
went there for the most recent viewing. Holy crap!
My parents.
Every
went there
seat is
yesterday.
a lazy boy.
How long do you think it'll last?
I don't know.
About
That's why we went early.
Well,
A couple
with-
months.
Until some shithead kids in there are gonna start cutting holes in the seats.
Well, the company that bought the mall has already announced partial plans, and they're going to start tearing down parts of the mall this year.
Yeah, and when are they
I
going to get rid of
told
Hollywood
you.
18?
My idea for
Well-
what they should have done with Madison Square Mall: world's largest indoor zombie paintball game.
Hollywood 18.
That'd be so-
Zombie laser tag.
It's not a bad idea. Though.
Hey,
Since
Paintball-
you
paintball
mentioned
too many
Hollywood
people
18.
No, because laser tag, no one goes down. If you get hit with a paintball, I don't care how many layers of clothing you're wearing. That shit's gonna hurt you. Like, I'm out. I'm
Right,
out. Damn.
which means no one will go.
Sure they will. There's
Man,
masochists
I remember I
out
got
there.
shot in the paintball
There's not-
neck
there's
while
what?
reffing.
Masochist?
Oh
I can't
man,
say it.
Now,
couldn't breathe.
speaking of the Hollywood 18, I went. The third time I went and saw it was at the Hollywood 18 because we had gift cards. The theater, the projectors, screens, and sound were amazing because Regal owns that, and they've spent like $6 million on that theater in the last year.
The
But
Hollywood
the
18?
seats, yes, the seats need work.
Yeah.
It was the seats really need work. They're too small, but no, they're trying to keep that theater going because
Are they too small or are we too big?
I was about to
No,
say, is it
they're-
because you got fat?
No, because I thought about that. It's because it got bigger. No, that's not the issue. They're just uncomfortable.
Is that
I'm
kind of
fat.
like when you go back and you look at your childhood home? It's like a lot smaller than you remembered it.
I remember seeing Lord of the Rings there.
I think it's the same foam in the
horrible
seats
3 hours.
from
I
when I,
saw the first
graduated from high
episode of
school.
Lord of the Rings. That was the same day that I played my first game of Halo. December 21st or something like that.
Ah, Chuck E. Cheese.
December 6th.
Oh God.
I want to go back to having to be in the same room for a LAN party.
I think my main thing I took away from Star Wars though was probably just the intro, just because everyone cheered. Like before it even said a long time ago.
Well, I've
All
seen
you saw was Lucasfilm.
Even the
dude.
second time,
Oh
people
yeah,
were
we were
cheering.
clapping and everything, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Lucasfilm.
it just felt great to be a part of something that big, to where so many people were so pumped for it.
Well,
Have
it's,
you-
it's,
have you
it's
seen
a
this-
portion of pop culture history.
Censor yourself.
Have you seen the little?
Fuck. Say it.
Have you seen the little video clip of somebody recording the intro, where somebody stands up and somebody's talking and somebody just finally screams, "Shut the fuck up!" and everybody claps? It's the best thing
Well,
ever.
I've seen it in 3D and 2D now, and I enjoyed the 2D better.
Well, that's
Honestly.
because you wear glasses.
No, because the movie wasn't shot in 3D and it doesn't benefit.
I don't care. I liked it.
It's a gimmick.
It's a gimmick I like.
The only part in that movie that
Ribbed for her pleasure. That's a gimmick.
You're not going to win this argument. You're arguing with 8-year-old Matt, and you're going to lose.
the only
I'm
thing
wearing a BB-8 shirt.
But the defense rests
Suck
on
my toe.
when he did the long shot of the Star Destroyer was the only part of that movie where 3D even mattered.
And you
Yeah.
thought it was
And
poking
it
you
was
in
like,
the face.
I know, it was like, oh shit.
Right. That one shot
Just
was
for
worth
that
it.
one part? Hell yeah.
Could
Hey,
have
IMAX 3D.
Everybody in the theater was like, "Oh,
Nah.
yeah." Well, you have bad eyes too.
So,
I do.
That movie just felt good.
what else we got?
think-
Lotto.
Lotto.
Who hasn't played Powerball this week?
Me.
You didn't
I've
buy.
never played it.
And don't you live like?
Are you
where
You know
can
what?
get
That- you're
tickets-
never gonna win
get
that way.
tickets where you live?
You're never going to win not playing.
I'm gonna try to go up there Monday.
You're going to try?
Okay.
I'm
Either
just
do
saying,
or do
man.
not. There is no try.
I need to do it. I haven't been up
Got a
there,
little Star Wars in there.
so.
It's
Well,
$2.
I want in.
$2.
$2 and you get the full amount.
Oh, I told somebody yesterday I'm gonna go up there and buy 100 tickets.
No, don't do that.
That doesn't really increase your odds.
That means you have a gambling problem.
Has anyone ever thought about like how much money it would take to play all the combinations? Have you ever thought about that? Like, let's say you win the lottery. Like, let's say
Alright,
you
Cody,
won this
I would
lottery.
say if
You
your
gotta stop
odds
coming to the
are
podcast.
No, I'm just
High.
saying. Let's say you win
Stop
this lottery,
getting high
right?
before the
And you've
podcast.
got super amounts of money.
At what point?
Then the next
Like
lottery is
Dan
like
Bilzerian.
$500 million. Would you be willing to spend enough of
Well,
the
I
money
want-
you got?
I wonder if you'd have to spend.
So
more.
is
To get away
the
with
question
it.
you're proposing, would you spend, say, $100 million to potentially win $1 billion?
Now here's the
But
problem.
you would if you could play all the combinations.
Well,
Here's-
see, I don't
If
know
it
that
was
that's the money.
guaranteed,
Here's
yeah.
the problem with that. You are only playing the possibility of all the combinations for you, but what you're really doing is strengthening the availability of
Which
the
means more people would
possibilities.
play, which would change the
It would
odds, which means you'd have to add more money to the pot. I think
you'd
the
essentially
curve is just constantly right ahead of you.
I'm
Right.
not smart enough to do the math on this.
and then on top of that, let's say you did win, someone else got it too, you wouldn't get all
No,
that money. So.
but see, the thing is, regardless of that,
You feel pretty
Every
damn
ticket
dumb if
you
some
buy
jerk off from Des Moines got it.
increases
changes
the odds.
the odds. So, I mean, every ticket
Or
you buy
decreases your odds,
puts that curve that you're trying to reach
Just out of my reach.
just out of your reach.
It's a pyramid
The
scheme.
only way you could do that is if you literally bought everyone's ticket.
Yeah, you could be the only
Like
person
if you went and bought everyone's ticket that had bought a ticket for this drawing, then you increased your odds for winning, but you could end up like the last drawing where no one won it.
Yeah, that hurt.
So even if you bought every single ticket,
all my money's
Well,
gone.
what would you do?
I
if
mean,
you
not
won?
that I would do
Okay,
it. I'm
well,
just
here's the
saying,
thing.
like, I've
What would you
thought,
do
like,
if you won
you never
that,
thought
though?
about
Like,
that?
what would you...
everyone would
Okay.
be pissed.
Everybody
$750 million would be the approximate cash lump sum payout.
And I'm okay with that.
I'm great with that.
What would you do with $750 million?
Hookers and blow.
Did you
What?
see the interview where
Is
they
that
asked
from a
that guy
movie?
what he would do, and he was like straight up hookers and cocaine?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what movie is that from?
I don't know. It's from a lot of...
Well, on the news the other day, they interviewed some
It's
guy.
like I
that said
buy a
that.
lot of
Yeah.
I buy a lot of coke and horse.
Yeah, he did. Right on the news. Just straight as the.
Honestly, I
And
would...
then just turned around like it was normal.
She was like, "That's not what we were expecting."
there's probably a few things that I would do with that kind of money if I won the lottery. First things first, I'd still stay down to earth. I wouldn't quit my job. I'd set fire to it.
No. Cliff.
I would totally quit my job instantly in the most grandiose way possible, like taking a big giant steamer on the security desk at the front.
So you're
and
gonna.
then-
I'm not gonna lie.
And then taking a wad of
$750
hundreds
to bail
and
yourself?
picking up that giant duty and then just slapping it in that fucker's face that I have to stare at every morning. He's
So-
like,
So in
I'm
other
not
words, you're
gonna
gonna
lie,
spend
man,
all your
like-
money in litigation.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. If I won that kind of money, I think one of my hobbies would be get jobs just so I could come up with like awesome ways to quit the job. Like
I would find
that would be
ways-
like a hobby for me.
find
Start
ways
your
to,
own
like-
show for that.
Yeah.
see what an employer would just put up with up to a certain point.
Yeah.
And if like say like if I get fired on day 1, they win $100.
Can we pitch that?
But
to
if I
like
make it to like day 30, like you get like 30 grand or something
Can we
crazy.
pitch that to like ABC and call it "I'm not fired, I quit"?
Oh my
I
god!
think that'd be
Oh, wow.
awesome.
I think we just created a new TV
TV
show.
show.
You heard it here
Instead of
first.
undercover boss, it'd be like undercover ass. It's like, my name's Seth, and I'm gonna go ahead and see what it takes before this guy flips his shit and fires me.
So I know Cliff is being 100% serious about that.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't take it.
Whatever doesn't kill you, only makes
I would
you
not shit on anyone's
stranger.
desk. I would just never ever
Alright,
be heard from again.
Would you
I'd go like the philanthropic route, where I'd like spend a bunch of money on all my friends.
Yeah.
Like I'd buy up everybody. Well, not everybody's. I'd buy up most everybody's debt that I knew, and then there would be a few people in my life that I'd be like, you know what, you were a cock that one time 5 years ago, so fuck you.
if I win $750
You have
million
a list?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
if I win $750 million on Wednesday, St. Jude's is getting 100. I'll just put that
$100, you cheap
No,
fuck.
$100 million. I'll just put that on record. I will write them a check.
I'd probably honestly give most of it away because there's no point in having that.
I would invest.
There's no point in having that kind of money. There's no feasible way that you could just spend all of that money.
Go to Hollywood. They'll find
No,
a
I
way.
mean the interest. I mean, in the interest alone that you.
I would
get,
invest
it would be
half
of it
ridiculous every
and make
year.
sure that me, family, friends, and everyone that comes after me is set.
Right off the no, fuck that.
I would. That's
No.
just how I am.
Fuck that. Next generation, you got to fend for yourself. Go fuck yourself. I would take 10% off the top and
Go
just
the Bill Gates
blow it.
route.
I would rent out a fucking airplane, rent out a fucking 747, whatever, and take everybody I know. It's like, all right, let's go to Vegas. If you're my employee now, quit your fucking job.
If we don't come back -1,
We're
own
doing it
you.
wrong.
I own you for 7 days. Here's a briefcase full of cash.
I think it'd be
Don't
cool.
die.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to take like a yearly trip with all your friends.
I'd
Just
probably-
like
I'd
pick
probably
somewhere
grab all
awesome
my-
every single year.
I would employ most of my close friends simply for the fact that they would just never have to work again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably grab most.
But like we
what's up?
Where you at?
We're
we
recording,
get to catch
man.
the last 10 minutes of a podcast.
Jump on in. What would you buy if you won the lotto?
If you won, because
would
cash
you buy?
payout $750 million. What would you do with $750 million? What would you do
Besides
with
giving it to us, of course.
Let me ask my wife. What would we
No,
do?
no,
Randall,
we're asking
Randall's
Randall.
family.
Spoken like a true married man, you gotta ask permission. What can I do here, boss?
I don't know what I'd do
Come
with
into the
that.
mic.
I'd most likely grab all people close to me and be like, all right, grab anything important to you, we're moving, and then move all to California and just live the rest of our lives.
Why
California?
Why would you go to the
Hell
most
would you
expensive
go
place
to
to live
California?
ever?
California's full of a-holes.
If I'm gonna pick up and relocate all that I care about, we're going to the other side of the world.
I'm going to
We're not
freaking
going
Costa
to
Rica or buying
California.
my own private island.
Oh, you could do that. Move to another.
We're gonna go buy.
foreign place.
I don't
that
know,
has
man.
that
I'd
land.
travel
Even greater
around. I'd
development.
travel around. But I think I'd buy like just a nice house here.
I'd buy stock in
And,
Dippin'
like, just
Dots because I'm going to be
travel a
eating
lot.
the crap out of that.
See, I told Jada that we'd probably get like a big, nice RV and just travel.
all over.
Just travel.
Why RV?
That sounds ideal.
How about a
Just
private
travel.
We're a
jet?
married man.
A private jet.
Wait.
You're
Are you
gonna
saying
go
like
to
RV, like you drive it? Because if I got $750
No,
million
somebody else
in the
would drive
bank,
it.
I'm going to hire some dude to do it.
It would
It's
also
going to be
have,
some
like,
rip dude in the
It
speed.
would
Find-
also transform
Find
into a
some
plane
guy at work
if I
that you
got
get
tired of
along
being on
with
the
that
road.
hates his job and be like, how much do you make a year? Double that. You're coming with me.
You're just gonna drive me around.
No. You have like a drawing. Like you make people send in essays in MLA format.
We've already come up with like
It's
3
like
different shows.
500 pages. Why do you need to be my
We're
driver?
apparently
Cliff,
going to
With
start
a
our own.
$500,000 a year
Yeah,
salary,
Cliff.
full benefits.
Cliff, I'll give you $500,000 a year to drive me around.
All right. I ain't gonna write a paper.
Done.
I ain't gonna write a paper, do I?
No,
I
just
hate
don't.
writing papers.
Just don't kill me.
Is this like a?
Tax free.
Y'all know,
No, I
man,
can't
is
do
this
that.
like a 7 days a week thing? Like,
Yeah, you're on
Wherever
call
I
all the
wanna
time.
go.
all the time.
It's like if you had a personal pilot. A personal pilot, they do nothing.
So they just like
For the
live
majority
like in
of
a
the
room
year.
in your house.
Right.
But if like
No,
the
yeah.
Texas oil baron wants to go to Vegas with his boys and like at 2
Cliff?
o'clock in the morning, gotta get your ass up and get that census.
You basically have to find some sterile guy with no chance of having a family that doesn't care about. So Chris, you're our driver.
That's me.
Stare by the phone.
So if I picked up the phone, let's say 3 o'clock in the morning, I pick up the phone and call Cliff and be like, "We're going to Vegas."
Yes, sir.
We're going to Toronto.
Oh, but we'd have to
That's
bring Rose.
Oh, put you in. We can go to Toronto.
It's not listening.
We're going to Tuktoyaktuk. And you
What?
get to drive.
Okay,
Arctic Circle.
I can make up words too.
No, it's a real place. It's a real place. Right on the edge of the Arctic Circle.
They got penguins there.
No.
That's like my dad told me a joke once about the lotto. He said, you know, one of the worst things in the world is going out to eat and spending $50, $60 a person. And if you go to a really nice place,
What the hell are you eating?
Ruth Chris, who knows?
God, that's crappy food. You pay too much for.
Right. Anyways, point being, you spend
Hamburger helper for life.
right. You spend $100 on one night out, and you'll say go to a movie. You spend another $100 if you're taking 2 or 3 people. And
What fucking movies are you going to see?
have you been to a movie with Rose? She wants candy.
And popcorn and sodas.
Right.
It's $9 for the ticket and $50 at the snack bar.
So
And they want to get up your ass about bringing in a 20 ounce. You can
so
just
you,
suck it.
you know exactly what I'm talking about. You'll spend $50 to $100 on a movie easy.
Yeah.
Okay, so shut up. Point being, you'll spend a couple $100 for one date night, right? You spend $2 on a lotto ticket. You get more enjoyment out of that. Why? Because you spent all day dreaming about it. You're like, I'm going to spend this money on everything. You spend a couple $100 on
So what
one.
you're saying is the next time we go to see a movie, I should just buy you a lotto ticket?
Yeah.
Okay.
And on that note,
And now we know why Chris is so happy.
it's time to end.
And on that bombshell, good night.
Oh.
That's
You know that
cold-blooded.
starts back in April. The
Yeah.
the non-Jeremy Clarkson starts back in April.
You talking about that Amazon version of
No. The British BBC Top Gear starts back in April.
Ooh, who are they gonna have hosted?
What's his name? Chris something.
Well, that could be things we're looking forward to in 2016. You're looking forward to that.
I don't know if I'm looking forward to it.
And on the next episode of...
Did we
Yeah.
close?
Yeah, if we we're sort of closing. Somebody close.
You got somewhere to be, Cody?
Yes.
Today's
No, I didn't know if we were like that.
This
We're
is,
looking
this
for
is
you.
why we're called Bush League. Look us up on all the things social media.
Because it's like you said, like
Okay.
we were about to wrap it up.
All right.
And then like we just.
We're done.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.